Hey guys, this is Kenny with another gun video for you. This particular video is on my ongoing AR15 build. Yesterday I went down to my local gun shop and bought a whole bunch of accessories for it and things of the like. So I figured that I'd make a YouTube video of it and just show you what I bought. First thing that I did buy was this. It's a Troy TRX rail, the 13-inch. It's the Viking Tactics version, and the only real difference between the actual Troy version and the Viking Tactics version is the mounting holes. These are more rectangular, kind of like a JP free float tube, instead of the circular ones that Troy normally puts on these rails. You can tell it is marked Troy right there. And for the money, I got this for $160. It came with everything you needed to install it with. For the money, I think this is one of the greatest handguards that you can buy. One, it's a free float tube. Two, it's modular. And three, it's one of the lightest handguards and smallest handguards that you can buy. You can demonstrate this just by picking up their weapon. I can wrap my entire hand around it and still have some daylight in between my fingers just because of the fact that it is so small. Obviously, normal rails, there's supposed to be a quad rail. There's a rail going all the way down here and on the bottom and on the other side. But the way this is designed, it's modular. So in any of these holes, you can mount the supplied rails that come with it, and you can also buy different things. There's a company called Mountain Slot that makes sling attachment points and stuff like this that mount in here. But the way it's designed, you can mount in any of these holes, and you can interchange and take off, put on whatever size rail you need, and put whatever you want on those rails, obviously. And I think it's a lot more versatile than a normal quad handguard or quad rail free float tube that you would buy from Daniel Defense or LaRue or something like that. And it's for half the price. I got this for $160, and most free float tubes of this length, of 13-inch length, I think LaRue is selling theirs for almost $400, $350, $375, something like that. And I got this for $160 with all mounting hardware. I think that is one of the greatest deals out there, and frankly, I think it's even better than most other free float systems just because of the fact that it is modular. I'll show you what comes in the box. This is the box. You can see 13-inch TRX Viking rail by Troy, $159.95. I'll show you here. It comes with instructions on how to mount it. Also comes with an Allen wrench to tighten down these two screws. You can see it just acts like a C-clamp on the barrel nut. It clamps itself down. That's how it tightens up. Also comes with a barrel nut wrench. The way that they mount this is by a proprietary barrel nut. That means that Troy supplies their own barrel nut with it. You don't use your normal AR style barrel nut. But yeah, the barrel nut wrench. And it comes with these two things. They're two 2-inch rail sections that go in here. These are rail slots, and one 4-inch rail section that's already on the gun. I think that's about it that comes in the box, and that's about it for the rail. I also have a Troy low-profile gas block under here. I don't think you can see it on camera, but this was $35. Okay, and moving on to my other things. I also got a Magpul Generation 1 angled foregrip, AFG. The place that I went to had both the Gen 1 and Gen 2, and I picked the Gen 1 just because of the fact that it is angled a little bit. If I flip this over, you can tell that it's a little bit thicker than the Gen 2, and it wraps itself around the handguard really nice, at least in this case. I think it feels a lot better on the gun. That's basically the main reason I picked it over the second one. They're both the same price, but that's about the reason I did it. Took all the stuff out of the package, but you can see $34.95, and it comes with a mounting Allen wrench. I don't have it in the package, and also a another finger groove thing. This little thing is interchangeable with this smooth one if you want to take it apart. This thing just mounts with a flathead screwdriver, and there's a 7/64 Allen wrench that you need to take these two halves apart and switch this out. It also comes with this. It's just basically instructions, mounting instructions, and yeah, the install for the finger shelf, this thing that I just showed you. That's about it. Just features and stuff like that on the back. And this is my fourth thing I bought. This Magpul Gen 2 MBUS front sight. Obviously, since I can't put my front sight base on, since it's longer than it, I bought a backup sight, and this is what I bought. One of the more outstanding features of this is the fact that it has a standard A2 front sight post in it. I don't know if you can see that, but it basically just means that you don't have to go through the hassles of moving the front sight post up and down as you did on the first generation MBUS. Makes it a whole lot simpler, and it also comes with a front sight adjustment tool. And here's the packaging. It just shows you how to put it on, and warning, I think like a warning label someplace right there, warning. But this was $39.95 from the place I got it at, so 40 bucks for that. And for the price, I think that this is a really great sight. A lot of people shy away from these because they're polymer, but I look at it in the way that it's constructed out of the same polymer as this, and normal PMAGs are made out of. They're both made out of the same material, the AFG and the polymer magazine and the MBUS for sight. In that case, I think they're basically just as tough as any other Magpul product that they make, seeing as PMAGs are basically indestructible. I would go as far as to compare these to Troy battle sights. They have all the same basic features: interchangeable front sight posts, low profile, they're automatic flip up, locking, stuff like that, you know. And I think that they're just as good of a quality, if not better, than those. I think the only real difference is that one's steel and one's polymer. Moving on to my final modification, I got a Magpul B.A.D lever. I don't know if you can see that. I have kind of bad lighting here. But before we drop the bolt, check and make sure that the magazine is clear and the chamber's empty, which it is. Put the magazine back in. Just show you another view of it. For those of you who don't know what the B.A.D lever is, it is basically an extended bolt catch. It bolts onto the normal ping pong paddle of the bolt catch, and it goes through the trigger guard like that. So, say if I was to insert a fresh magazine, this is empty obviously, but if I was to insert a fresh magazine, instead of reaching on the other side of the gun and hitting the ping pong paddle with the palm of my hand, all I have to do is press down with my trigger finger, and it'll send the bolt home. You'll see. It saves a precious, I don't know, a few tenths of a second, but it's good in that aspect, and it's also easy for clearing malfunctions like double feeds and stuff like that. You don't have to take your fingers off the fire controls. I think that's a great feature. And this here is a B.A.D lever packaging. It was $28.95 plus tax, and it comes with a Torx wrench. It's just an Allen wrench with a Torx head for the install of it, to put it on your gun. That's a little better view of it. You see it just mounts right there, and then it goes through your trigger guard. On the inside, stop, warning, whatever you'd want to call that. It's just like a warning card, just saying that Magpul isn't responsible for whatever you do with this, yada yada yada. Mounting instructions and how to use it. And that is about it. Features, stuff like that on the back. And yeah, I think that's all I really did to this rifle. I'm really glad I did it. Pretty much done with this build now. I think I'm probably going to replace the stock. This is an VLTOR stock, the basic mod stock. That's what Kyle Lamb runs on his guns. I'm probably going to replace this pistol grip, but other than that, I'm pretty much done. May add an optic later, but pretty much good for everything that I've got right now. Yeah, I'm really satisfied with all these things. Probably going to go out and shoot this thing the next week. Going to go to a competition next to my, or not next to my house, but by my house in the next week or two. So give it its first real run. And hopefully it does well. Have fun, shoot safe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, bye.